I'm Jason Jarvis. I gave a talk here at DISCON about power consumption and the Bitcoin network and whatnot. I'm a mechanical engineer by degree, and by practice I'm a computer security guy. Been working in the industry for a long time and have a company here in Boulder for over 12 years now. So just enjoying it.
Great. Welcome, Jason. So welcome to DISCON, and so you spoke about some of the mining aspects, and can you tell me a little bit more about?
Yeah. So the title of my presentation was I heated my house with Bitcoin starting in 2012, and it was about when I started mining the Bitcoin, and the SHA-256 stamp, which is the algorithm that proofs the Bitcoin network. So it's what all the miners, the computing power now, which is mostly all ASIC, none of it's computers anymore. But I just kind of talked about that algorithm, about the power consumption a little bit, and I have to say maybe my favorite part of it was just kind of comparing what the banks use, because the banks use power, and maybe not right now, I'm not prepared for it, but I'm going to add that up globally, because it would probably rival or surpass what all of blockchain is spending. Blockchain is still very small compared to the overall banking industry.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's the company that you do, and what's your involvement that way?
So my current project, I guess the iteration of my company now, is called Rock Silo Data Company. And we build accelerated appliances with intelligence. We're building a multi-currency ledger right now, so we're supporting a few of the top currencies, and trying to build in some more as well. But we're the blockchain is all about untrusted computing, but the commercialization and the adoption part of it, I mean, you got to trust somebody somewhere to help you implement something properly, and that's kind of the aim of my Rock Silo business. Up until this current version of my company, Bitcoin was more categorized as research and fun. It's really, this DISCON event has kind of helped me kind of learn a lot, for sure, from all these other people here, but maybe formalize kind of some of my own work. Even though I've been doing it for so long, it's like I understand what I've been doing a little more.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
That's great. That's how it goes. Yeah. So, what are the challenges that you're faced with your business endeavor? So, if it's a multi-currency ledger, does it have to do with moving things from wallet to wallet, or can you describe sort of the functional aspects?
So, I'm targeting some infrastructural pieces. For one of the problems in the crypto space is instability. So you get on a wallet, but the wallet's always under maintenance. You can't get your coin to move, or it's not quite working, and your transactions fail and whatnot. So, my solution is a commercial solution to guarantee one, custody, merchant access, and that kind of thing. Purely a service to the industry, not an ICO, not trying to securitize my company by selling a coin or anything. Just a service to the industry. So I guess the challenges up to this point is it's still very small, and people are really still a little bit timid to get in, I'd say. Although the adoption and the people's inclination to, there's this S curve, the continuing S curve, and so the number of nodes go up, the number of people go up, and the prices go up, and all that kind of stuff. But I think, and if I'm looking at the adoption curves correctly, I think we're timed, to help the industry and then capitalize on it. I'm hoping.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. So you're servicing the industry in making it accessible to liquidate assets or transfer assets and shuffle them around in a sense. Is there any hurdles in terms of liquidity, like because you mentioned other wallets not always functioning correctly? So
I come from an enterprise background where your computers run, and you need them to run 99.999% of the time. We've gotten a lot better, but you still, every week or two, there's a hack. There's something's gone offline for whatever reason, and I think that this next iteration of adoption is going to bring in more stability, more stable coins. I think the fluctuation in prices is also a barrier, because nobody, people they don't want to spend the coin, or because it's going to go up tomorrow or it's going to go down tomorrow. I think there's going to be stability in the infrastructure, but then also sorry to say, but I just don't know that 10% swings in a price every day. I don't know how much longer that's gonna. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. That's a good thing. Not to say that people aren't gonna play those, but and the other thing is, I think we're gonna see an emergence of truly embraceable stable coins. Mm-hmm. I think the first starting with the old school Bitcoin stuff, every time something came out, I was just like, what? I'm still sticking with Bitcoin and Bitcoin and Bitcoin. But when Tether, for instance, came out, it just really struck a nerve. But now, not that Tether is the one, I've mentioned that, but they're onto something, and I think the true blockchain adoption is going to end up being transparent to the public, to the masses. Mm-hmm. And so we, I guess, are still, even at 9 years in this industry, we're still, in a way, able to kind of pioneer and be a pioneer, mm-hmm. right? This conference got a lot of good people with some good ideas, and 10 years from now, we'll see where it all goes. Mm-hmm. But it has to go up, mm-hmm. or propensity mm-hmm. is for sure. More people, more. I can see maybe kind of in the 90s. We always compare it to this internet boom, but I think maybe on the professional side, I can remember going through my certifications, doing my degree and all that, but then going through my Microsoft certifications, my Cisco certifications, my security certifications. I can see we're at the point where we might see blockchain mm-hmm. certifications. People that know what the heck a smart contract is, mm-hmm. or know how to put something onto the blockchain. And I think we're going to see, that's part of stabilizing the infrastructure. Getting people. You can bring something up on a part of the whole distributed computing is you don't have to use expensive computers, but yet if your organization relies on it, then you probably need to have some good computers running, mm-hmm. right? You can't rely on flaky systems that crash all the time. Mm-hmm. But definitely I can see maybe some formal professionalization mm-hmm. of and expertise and people. There may be a degree at a university at some point, or at least in the computer science program, there should definitely be some blockchain discussion. There should be blockchain 101 as a freshman class right now at any university. Mm-hmm. And you were computer science guy you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it all kind of builds on itself, and you can model from previous technology booms and kind of guess at where things are going. You can be wrong, and you can hopefully be right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Okay, so, well, how would sort of an end user or a crypto enthusiast leverage your services or get to know your service offerings to see what you have to offer or to benefit from that?
Well, I mean, you can definitely hook up with me on social media, Jason Jarvis. I'm pretty easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
My Rock Silo company, rocksilo.com. I'm definitely, I'm not necessarily targeting end users, but I think the culmination of our work will help the end users. So, reliable merchant services, you know, reliable liquidity, like we were mentioning. Liquidity is a big issue. We'll see.
Yeah. So, are you heating your house with Bitcoin in the winter?
A lot. I mean, a lot.
So you have a mining rig. Is that part of your focus too?
You know, my house only has 100 amp service.
Okay.
So whenever I order service for my data center, I'm ordering 2200 amps at a time. So we're definitely putting heat there. But it, you know, is more just a conceptual. I mean, yes, I was heating my house, and when I run them, which they're running right now, I could probably put a camera on them and show you. Actually, I have a camera on them, but I've gone to liquid cooling, so it's not loud.
Okay.
All liquid cooling, and right now at the house, I'm not doing anything over 4 GPUs per system. They get really hot. I mean, if you plug in a space heater, a heater, you feel the heat. Well, these things, they feel like a heater. And they use energy, and they mine coin, and they heat the house. And does it offset? I don't know, but it's fun to do.
Do you have a way to distribute the heat in your house, like so that all rooms get equally warm, or
you know, I haven't quite tapped into a radiant heat system with it here at this one, but you know, it's kind of central to the lower part of the house, so it ends up actually the floor in the living room feels kind of warm because of it. So it's pretty nice.
Do you think algorithms are going to evolve more, or is SHA 256 pretty? We're going to stay with that for quite a while because it seems to be heavily used, and Bitcoin and everything else relies on it, right?
We're exceeding expectations. The life cycle, the lifespan of SHA 256 is ever decreasing. So you're going to want to be out of it by 2026.
Is that
Our
the
previous
estimation?
estimates was 2050.
Okay.
You know, or it's going to evolve. SHA 512, or you know, 2048. I think there's even 2048 bit encryption now. So
because older systems used SHA 1 and SHA 2, right, and those have known to be with defeatable, you know, with strong computers.
Yep. So we can thank the NSA for this. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for the interview. Thank you, Jason.
All right, Eric.
Appreciate it.